Next community. So I thought I would go ahead and continue with the NeXTStep third-party app series, and let's check out Collaggi Palette and then maybe some of the printing software. Enjoy. Should just take a second here if everything's set up correctly. And away we go.
Collaggi Palette lets you organize all your NeXTStep resources into visually browsable palettes, from which you drag and drop images, text, templates, and more into your documents. Each palette can have its own icon. Click on any of the palette icons and a group of elements is displayed. For example, here's a TIFF icon which contains a number of scanned images. See how much easier it is to distinguish files visually than by file name? Here's a collection of logos. Finding the right one is a snap. Here's a collection of mission-critical games, like billiards and chess. Okay, just kidding. Now, let's drag and drop an image into a Virtuoso document. Let's see that again. Collaggi Palette's Hide on Grab option conserves screen space by making the background panel disappear when you select an element. No more shuffling windows around. There is an inspector for every element contained in a Collaggi palette. You can add unlimited descriptions in the rich text field. These description fields can be searched, so finding the right file is even easier. Every palette has an inspector that lets you set the size of the element well. Let's modify this Collaggi palette of photo CD images. You can drag an image from a palette into the inspector's elements well and then freely resize it. You can also drag and drop any TIFF or EPS file into the well in order to create the palette's icon. Collaggi Palette is an extension and for many a replacement for Next File Viewer. You can organize your files visually and naturally. You could put your own picture here. Imagine the possibilities. Collaggi Palette is the hot new personal productivity application. See for yourself. We've included lots of information about GS and our partners' products on the Collaggi palettes contained on this CD. Browse and drag and drop to your heart's content. Then give us a call, and we'll give you the key to unlock the application you can't live without.
So that's really interesting because if you think about it, this is when the World Wide Web is literally starting up. And so you didn't have the Google search engine or indexing. They were still figuring all this stuff out, right? And something like Collaggi Palette, I mean, the roadmap was there. You know, now you have Google Images and you just take it for granted. You have a search field and indexing, and then it brings up like images. This is years ahead of that. So, pretty neat stuff. And then when he drops the image in, I'm thinking, wow, it was the first social media platform. Okay. And with Next, you could do that. You had a library with images, and everybody had their picture in there. So We were doing this in the 90s, early 90s. Let's see what extra print's all about.
EXTRAPrint brings high-quality, high-speed, network-based PostScript printing under the control of a single application. EXTRAPrint takes advantage of the display PostScript interpreter built into NeXTStep to print faster, cheaper, and better than is possible when using printers with embedded PostScript controllers. Here you see the Print Monitor application up and running. Displayed here is the list of currently installed printers. Let's install a new one. Click on the New button, and a list appears with every currently supported printer using the EXTRAPrint system. Let's choose Canon CLC 500. I'll give it a name. And in the note field, I'll add some information about this printer. Now, since this printer connects using the SCSI port, I'll set its address here. I'll also make it a network printer by clicking on this pop-up menu to make it public. Now I'll add a remote name. I want the printer accessible by everyone on the network, so I'll leave the domain setting as it is. Everything looks okay, so I'll just click on the OK button. And we're done. Notice that the new printer appears here in the printer list. Since the CLC 500 is a color printer, when I select it in the list, the Colors button is active. By clicking on the button, the EXTRACAL application is launched. I can now examine the settings for this printer. All color printer drivers that use the EXTRAPrint system take advantage of the EXTRAColor color management system from GS Corporation. Device profiles are made by taking detailed measurements of special target pages that are printed on the color in question. The best thing about the EXTRAColor system is that you can rely on the default profile shipped with each printer driver and still get good color. For people who demand the best color, you can create and modify your own profiles with our EXTRACAL software. For fast, high-quality network printing, get EXTRAPrint from GS Corporation. Just click on the EXTRAPrint icon in our Collaggi Palette software and test drive EXTRAPrint. If you like what you're driving, give us a call, and we'll give you the key to unlock fast printing with EXTRAPrint.
Well, that is interesting. I'm wondering if we could maybe use those printer drivers to create a SCSI printer for previous of sorts. Okay, so let's try extra read.
In this demonstration, we will see how EXTRARead can be used to extract tab-delimited text data from a letter faxed in from the field, and then paste it into a spreadsheet model for further analysis. Here is our fax file opened up using the Fax Reader application that comes bundled for free with NeXTStep. You can use the mouse to make a selection of any area of the page. This allows you to zoom in on the portion of the page you really need and leave out other elements, like the letterhead. In this case, we're really only interested in the actual letter. Notice how the window scrolls automatically as you continue to select. There we go. Now we'll go to the Services menu and choose EXTRARead Selection. The EXTRARead application comes to the front, and the file browser opens up. Here is the image data from the Fax Reader application. All you have to do is click the Start button. The optical character recognition process is now underway. As you can see, the original image is displayed in its own window. Here's the name of the document that's being worked on. Here's the status indicator telling you which page is being worked on. Down here, we can see which part of the page is being worked on. Okay, we're done now. The resulting text is displayed in a separate window. See how the text is fully formatted rich text. The table data, which is what we're most interested in, is tab delimited. Now we can select just the text we need and copy it to the clipboard. We'll go to our Open Mesa spreadsheet model and choose Paste. Notice how the data goes exactly where it's supposed to go. The necessary calculations are made automatically, and the graph is drawn. Wasn't that easier than retyping? For accurate optical character recognition and fully formatted rich text format, get eXTRA from GS Corporation. Try the disabled version contained in our Collaggi Palette software. If you like the eXTRA demo, give us a call.
Yet another next application I never knew existed.
In this demo, I'm going to show you the batch processing capabilities of eXTRA. You can go to the Open menu and select as many files as you want. The file names all appear in the browser. Click on any one of them to see the full path name. Notice how you can change the order in which any file is processed. Now, let's start the OCR process. Let's go back to the browser. Note that the first file has a little lock icon, indicating that it is currently being processed. When the checkbox appears, you know the file is finished. This pop-up menu lets you toggle between seeing files that are done and those that are still processing. This menu lets you quickly clear unprocessed files. This menu lets you select files based on whether they are processed or not. As you can see, eXTRA is designed for the efficient batch processing of files. Files can be loaded from any scanner. Additionally, eXTRA gives you direct one-touch scan support using the Epson ES800C series scanner. All you have to do is select resolution, page size, and whether or not to use the document feeder. eXTRA has an extremely sophisticated memory management scheme that allows you to scan even while the OCR process is continuing on other files. In fact, you can edit and spell check one file, scan another, while yet another is being optically recognized. Now this is multitasking. eXTRA's Preferences panel lets you determine the location method. For batch process optical character recognition, get eXTRA from GS Corporation. Try it yourself. Just click on the eXTRA icon in our Collaggi Palette software and test drive eXTRA. If you like what you are driving, give us a call and we'll give you the key to unlock industrial strength OCR for NeXTStep.
I'm not gonna lie, we could have used that back when faxes were big at Alembic and at Optimal, and man, oh man. Well, good thing I found out about it in 2024. Let's see what eXTRA has to say here. If it's got a little video. This is interesting for me, having been in this business so long and just doing a face palm every time one of these apps comes up.
eXTRA is designed to take the guesswork out of scanning. In this demo, we will show color scanning on the Epson ES800 scanner. Here is the main scan panel. I've placed a color photograph on the scan bed. And now I click on the pre-scan button. The image appears in color in real time as it is scanned.
Before digital cameras, right?
But I only want to scan a certain portion of the image. So I'll make a selection area over the pre-scan view using the mouse. Notice that the selection area size and coordinate location are displayed in real time. You can move the selection area by dragging from the center. You can resize by dragging any of the edges or corners. Now, let's have a look at the auto scale feature. The auto scale function helps you choose the optimum scan resolution with just a few mouse clicks. Here you see the size of the selection area as set in the pre-scan view. If you want to scan the image at actual size, do nothing. If you want to scale it, you can enter a scale percentage or just enter a height or width. Now, choose your output device from the pop-up menu. Let's select Monitor, since this image will be used in a slide presentation using @image. Let's close the panel. eXTRA chooses the perfect scan resolution to make sure you get the highest quality scan without excessive file size. Now, let's have a look at the multi-choice function. With multi-choice, you can interactively experiment with color balance, brightness, and contrast in order to improve the quality of an image. Here's the original pre-scan image. It has a fluorescent green cast to it that I need to remove. Notice that there are 3 other copies of the same image. I'll experiment with one of them. You can drag around in the color wheel and see how the adjustments in color balance are reflected immediately in the selected image. You can do the same thing with brightness and contrast.
I could use these apps today and be happy with them.
If your image is too green, drag away from green in the color wheel. A little adjustment goes a long way. If you like, you can make 3 different adjustments and compare them side by side. When you find the setting you like best, click on that image, and then close the panel. Now, click on the Scan button. eXTRA will download all the settings from the multi-choice and auto-scale panel, giving you a great scan the first time. For fast, high-quality scanning, get eXTRA from GS Corporation. Just click on the eXTRA icon in our Collaggi Palette software and test drive eXTRA. If you like what you're driving, give us a call and we'll give you the key to unlock the right way to scan with eXTRA.
And these apps all fit on a couple floppy disks. What has happened to our coding? I mean, I'm looking at this disk and I'm like, how did I fill up a terabyte? How? When you look at how efficient, software applications were, and this is from 1994, and a lot of this stuff is even really good today. Stands the test of time, in my opinion.
eXTRA brings fast, high-quality, and cost-effective slide making to the desktop. In this first example, I'll show you how to expose an entire roll of 35mm slides with just a few mouse clicks. Here's a presentation made in @image. Let's go to the print panel and choose eXTRA. The options panel lets you choose film type. resolution,
Are you
color
kidding?
calibration options, and background color.
No way.
There, that's it. Now, take a deep breath and click on the print button. The PostScript output is captured by the eXTRA print server, and each page is exposed in the background. Average time, 2 minutes per slide. That was hard, wasn't it? Using instant 35mm film from Polaroid, you can expose, develop, and mount 12 slides in about an hour. eXTRA also works as a front-end application for the precise layout of TIFF, EPS, and PostScript files for output to the Polaroid film recorder. You can drag and drop as many files as you like into the image framing panel.
Look, it's prehistoric Instagram.
You can also copy and paste a selection of artwork from any actively running application, such as Virtuoso. There's even a service for opening a selection of files from the workspace. Each file appears here in the Files to Process list. Click on any file name, and it images in the frame exactly as it will appear on the slide or print film. Select a different film type, and the preview frame is adjusted accordingly. You can scale the image in real time. You can also crop the image by either freely dragging with the mouse or by moving the sliders for more precise control. To add a custom background color, click on the border of the color well. The standard NeXTStep color picker appears. Choose a color by using your favorite method. Notice how everything updates in real time. Set the output resolution using this pop-up menu. To expose a single file, click the Expose button. To expose all slides in the job queue, choose Expose All from the Image menu. For 35mm slides at your desktop in less than an hour, get eXTRA and the Polaroid CI5000S from GS Corporation. Just click on the eXTRA icon in our Collaggi Palette software and test drive eXTRA. If you like what you're driving, give us a call, and we'll give you the key to unlock desktop presentations with @Image and eXTRA.
Okay. I think if we do one more, maybe with image, that'll be a good representation for this evening's trip down memory lane with Next third-party applications from 1994.
Welcome to @Image, the only network presentation graphics package for NeXTStep. @Image contains an easy-to-use set of drawing tools to help you design and create great presentations and documents. Once you've created your slides, @Image allows you to present them online on a single screen or over a network to other NeXTStep workstations. Your audience can be around the corner or in another country and receive the same live presentation. Being able to deliver your briefing personally gives you the greatest control over its impact and outcome. Before we begin, let's quickly introduce the components of @Image. The main window here is for editing your slides. Down below are the @Image notes, a convenient location to put your crib notes or personal reminders about each slide. The slide tray here contains the thumbnail sketches of all your slides and master slides. These are the tools you'll use. The palette contains pre-drawn objects like stars and circles that you just drag and drop onto your slide. @Image also has dynamically updated date and page number objects. The toolbox contains additional drawing features like rotate and skew. And finally, Add Image uses an inspector where you can add things like color, gradient washes, sound, and transitions. So these are the basic components. Let's start creating a short presentation to give you a feel for the application. Add Image really was designed for the professional. The tools were meant to be simple and easy to use so that you can spend more time thinking about the content rather than the composition. Add Image takes care of that part. Let's add another slide to finish our presentation. We'll go to the master tray and load a template I created in Add Image earlier. I want to add our company logo to this slide. Add Image accepts all TIFF, EPS, RIB, and RTF files by just dragging and dropping them. We'll make this master slide our default background for any new slides we add to the slide tray. To add a new slide, simply drag and drop from the palette. Notice the positioning arrows that appear in the tray indicating where the slide will land once you release the mouse. If I drop a slide into the tray and then decide I want to move it, all I do is press the Command key and drag the slide or group of highlighted slides to their new position. We'll now add a title to this slide. Center the text within the box. And now add some color to the box. Add Image has some great tools to make your slides more interesting with little effort. We can change the way the washes fill an object by manipulating the knobs in the wash controller. We'll make our shadow stand out a little bit more. And now we'll finish our title page with some more text. Let's rotate this text and place it at an angle over our title. With this rotating tool, you can rotate anything you put on a slide for interesting variation. Let's say I wanted to send this title slide to my manager for approval. Add Image will let me automatically drag an image out of my slide tray and place it into any other application that will accept EPS or TIFF images, like email. So the graphics and slides you create aren't limited to just Add Image. You can use them anywhere. Now that we've finished our briefing, let's go on to add transitions. Slide transitions add quite a bit of visual impact to your briefing. We use the inspector to add transitions like wipes, irises, and random particles. Using the inspector, you can even drop in sounds that can be heard on each slide. Now let's play back our presentation. In Add Image, you have a number of online presentation options, more than you have with any other presentation package. You can present your briefing to the full screen, or to a smaller window. Or, if you have a next dimension system, you can even send your presentation out a video channel. Finally, you can send your presentation over a network to audiences all over the world. You simply type the names of the workstations you want to receive the slides, press the Add button, then highlight the names you want to send to. That's all there is to it. For this demo, we'll show you what a presentation looks like in a window. With so many options, you have a great amount of flexibility in Add Image to tailor a briefing and how it's presented to your specifications. Now we're ready to see our presentation. Add Image is a drawing package and a presentation package in one. Designed for professionals, the sophisticated drawing and presentation features are quick to grasp and easy to use. Add Image is the perfect tool to enhance your communication effectiveness both within the office and network-wide. You're going to love it.
All right. right. Hope you enjoyed the presentation for this evening. And let's go. It's been a good day. Now if I can just figure out how to shut this off real quick. There we go.